You suck at cooking, yeah, you totally suck.
Today we're making carrot cake, which is a cake that contains flour and, obviously, sugar. The first thing you'll have to do is decide what kind of carrots you want to use. You can use a carrot log, or a carrot cone, or a carrot with a bottom handle. You can use cupboard carrots, and you can even use fresh baby carrots. Or you can use good old-fashioned regular carrots. Just make sure you're using carrot and not car rot, because that will taste a bit rusty. Fun fact, because of their strong, turgid exterior, carrots are like a form of armor. If you have a finger injury, you can carve out a hole and then just wear that protective carrot shield so your finger won't get hurt. See, that doesn't hurt. I don't feel that at all. Zero danger here. On the other hand, if you have an especially vulnerable carrot, you can build it a suit of armor to protect it. Now we're going to shred these carrots on the small setting until we have around 2 cups. Now you can use the stem handle as you get to the nub, but if you don't have a stem, just jam a fork in there. And then when that gets too small, switch to your tiny grater. And make sure you give that a good wash after, then let it dry out for next time. Dry ingredients assemble! Or I can just grab them, that works too. We'll throw in 1 3/4 cups of flour, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda, completing the white powder trifecta. Why do we use both baking powder and baking soda, especially since baking soda has baking powder in it? That's a great question. I'm glad you asked. Now we'll add in 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and we'll wangjangle with a carrot to mentally prepare these ingredients for the arrival of actual carrot. When you look at all this dust, it's hard to imagine that the result will be a cake that's super moist. Now we'll take another bowl because it's time to scramble some eggs, and since there's eggs in this cake is legally breakfast. Now we'll add a cup of vegetable oil so that the eggs get extra slippery and also so that the carrot doesn't feel lonely. Now we'll add in a cup of sugar. Remember that sugar is ice which becomes liquid when in contact with another liquid. And we'll add in a teaspoon of vanilla extract, aka the ketchup of baking. Now all of this liquid is going to help your cake be moist. Now I'm going to pour the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients and start folding those together. Whoops, I meant to add the carrot to the liquid, but that's okay, we'll do it now. Now wangjangle the batter with a carrot to infuse it with carroty essence, but don't over wangjangle. You'll know you've over wangjangled if you've done it too much. Now it's craft time. We're going to etch a circle in our parchment paper so that we can line our pan. Then we'll fold that in half and cut it slightly smaller, then glue it down. Now spray some pesticide on the inside of the pan to prevent the carrots from getting a bug infestation. If you want to add something else like walnuts, pecans, definitely not raisins, the absence of raisins, something other than raisins or for sure not raisins, then go right ahead. Undo's on 3 fundo, and we're going to throw that in there for 45 minutes. You know how a caterpillar wraps itself inside a warm cocoon and transmorphicalizes into a butterfly? This is nothing like that. Once 45 minutes has passed, we'll poke it with a toothpick. If it comes out with cake guts on it, throw it in for another 5, then check it again. Looks like we're done. Let it nap for 10 or 15 minutes, then we'll get it out of the pan so it doesn't overcook, I guess. For the frosting, we're gonna take 1/2 brick of cream cheese. Get this to around room temperature by using your room to heat it up. Now we'll electrical blendicize that. I'm gonna slowly add 1 cup of icing sugar, then blend that until it's blended. We'll add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and a pinch of salt. Keep in mind this frosting contains 0% frost. And if you can't make this frosting, just get really mad and use frothing instead. Now to apply the frosting, you're going to want to get a turntable with your favorite record. Then we'll just gloop that glop on there and let it spiralize outward. Okay, so one thing I really didn't expect was for this to kind of look professional and cool. Then we'll just cut ourselves a nice slice. This carrot cake is so light, it's actually floating. The traditional way to serve carrot cake is by jamming a slice onto a carrot, so do that if you want to be authentic. And if you want it even more moist, just spray on some carrot cake moistening fluid. Hey everybody, look, it's HelloFresh. And you know what they have? They've got simple fresh recipes with the ingredients pre-portioned, so you don't have to prep as much or go grocery shopping as much, which is great because those things are boring. There's a bunch of different types of meals, including 20-minute meals, easy cleanup, low prep, Just a pile of carrots. Just kidding about the carrots. The produce gets to you from the farm in under a week, so the freshness is peaking. Not peaking? That would be weird for produce to do that. I like encountering ingredients I don't normally use, like thyme, inside meatballs. Did everyone else already know how good this is? Because it's really good. I really need more thyme in my life. Also, the packaging is already recycled content, but the food, that hasn't been recycled at all. You'll be eating that food for the first time, which in my opinion is one of the best ways to eat food. Go to HelloFresh.com and use code USUCK16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. That's HelloFresh.com and use code USUCK16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts.